last time we got dragged in to see a Predator movie, you reminded me this just recently, Rick, was 2018.
Yep. The Predator.
Where myself, yourself, and my son
Josh was with us.
came to join us to what a movie that I was really excited about because it was being made by Shane Black.
Yep.
And if you can't trust in Shane Black to make a great Predator movie, who can you trust?
That's right. He was on the original.
Not Shane Black. Because that movie was fucked. Let's be honest with you. It was not a great movie.
Yeah.
It was arse. It's known to be arse. And honestly, I thought it was the end of the franchise after that. Mm-hmm. I thought that was it. You know, because before then we'd had that movies called Predators, which wasn't bad, the one with Jenny Trejo and all that. That was okay. Yeah. But before that we had like Alien versus Predator 2 Requiem.
Yeah, Requiem and all the rest of it in that
franchise. The Predator was done for as far as I'm concerned. And then in 2022, amongst COVID, we get dropped a gem.
Which a lot of people, surprised a lot of people. It didn't hit the big screen.
Nobody had heard of this thing was even coming out.
Just went straight to streaming.
Prey, which was an excellent film.
Phenomenal
Directed by Dan Trachtenberg, who directed Come Out at Night. Well, I think he'd done a Cloverfield movie at one point. But either way, he'd done this film and it was just great movie, Prey. I mean, we reviewed it. It was a wonderful film. Wonderful film. Smart enough that the studio said, all right, dude, what else you got going? How'd you like to do some more Predator films? And it's been 3 years. Earlier this year, we got Killer of Killers.
Which is amazing. If you
great little anthology animated series.
So good.
Excellent.
Definitely worth a watch.
Really great. And then he was making this. And I didn't hear much about this. But then we got a trailer a few months ago, which was interesting. It's a long way of saying we've just walked out of the movies, as we always do. It's a long way of saying that, Rick. We just come out to see Predator Badlands. Hit the folks with it. What did you think?
Mate, I loved this movie. I love the direction that Dan took with this. And it was a big, ballsy move to do. Now, if you're a big Predator fan like myself and Jace, especially the original Predator and so forth, this is a very different Predator movie. You're not going to expect what you see in those original ones. But, goddamn, I was just taken from the beginning. You knew that first opening scene. Look, this is spoiler, guys.
Oh, we're spoiling the shit out of all this movie.
That opening scene with his brother and his father was so emotional, and you knew exactly where you stood, and you know the direction of where this movie was going. You didn't have to know anything about the Predator universe. You just knew exactly where you were going to go. It is just well done. There was a few little CGI which were a little bit cheesy for me, but overall, just visually it was so good to watch.
It's such a bold direction to take this franchise, and it works so well because you're taking a predator and you're making him the protagonist of your story. He's the hero. You know, and how do you do that? And thankfully, they figured out not only a decent way to do it, but they made a story that was fresh, that was interesting. Yes, it played in some old tropes, but it did it in such a way that you're riveted to it. Like, this film works on a lot of levels, Rick. Firstly, it looks gorgeous.
It does.
And the pacing of this film and the tone of this film.
Just
you mentioned about that opening scene. Now it not only functions as a great little prologue for the film, but it sets the tone and the intensity of this movie all the way through. And it's very Shakespearean opening in a way with that dynamic going on. But then that happens, and it feels like you've been watching the film in half an hour, in a good way.
Yeah.
And then, this guy, this guy who made this Loves film, because he not only then gave us this really bold title on the screen, but he presented it in a way that above it had the 20th Century Fox, and it had the Roman numeral date when it was made and copyright protected underneath it.
So good.
So, and I just love that was the style he was kind of going for. And wow, it's I'm almost lost for words, Rick, at how much I really enjoy this. This movie had ideas in it that shouldn't work, but this guy made it work phenomenally well.
It did. It had had so many different elements. I think.
Well, I think the good way to kind of explain it too is the expectation of what you think you're going in and seeing, because it's a Predator film, right? So you expect it to be like Prey, but Prey's very quiet and unassuming, and there are a lot of times where there's just maybe one or two characters on screen.
Yeah.
But this film is not that at all. This film is about building a team.
Yeah.
Like the arc that the Predator goes through. For the opening where he's all about he needs to prove his worth.
To the clan.
He's considered a runt. Yeah. That he needs to prove his worth to be part of the clan. That he is the alpha. He is everything. He is no prey to anyone. He is the Predator. Yeah. And the fact of the matter is his arc over the entire movie, he learns to be one with nature. Not.
Well, he learns quickly that anything on that planet he's going to kill.
Generally, most of the time,
everyone's killing everything. Yeah.
And I love that. I love the fact that the horticulture is alive in this film. Yeah. It's pretty phenomenal, right? It really is. He's pretty well outmatched immediately in this film in regards to the environment around him.
And he doesn't have all his weapons, he loses them.
But the fact that he becomes one with the planet he's on, and he uses nature as his weaponry.
Very reminiscent to the first one. With Arnie,
a little bit.
That's how that took me, which was great. I love that. I thought that was great.
Yeah.
Because that's just the nostalgia side of things. But that whole thing with his relationship with Thea was just great.
And there's your big thing. This is a crossover movie.
Yeah.
This is crossing over with the aliens, right? Yeah. So it's Wutani.
Yeah.
It's Wayman Wutani. They didn't. I know what you're trying to say.
You know what I mean? It wasn't all about them. It wasn't flooded with that.
No, it just happened to be. Yeah. And the fact the inclusion of Elle Fanning in a dual role here, which is the big surprise. They didn't tell you in the trailers.
No.
So that is a big surprise. She's wonderful. She was amazing. As
both characters.
As both characters. She was really, really good. And just really keep that movie alive and fresh in the first hour of the movie, because that's where you build a relationship. Where she's basically playing C-3PO from Empire Strikes Back on the Wookiee in this, which is great, but she functioned really well. And then we have the introduction of what at the time we're thinking is a cute monkey. And that threw me out. I'm like, really? We're doing a cute monkey?
It didn't suspect anything.
He's building a team now? What's to do with that? But holy crap, it's way more than that. It's way more than that, and it's phenomenal. Fight scenes are second to none.
Yeah.
For a Predator movie. Probably the best Predator fight scenes in any iteration of Predator at all.
Yep.
Because his ability to fight is pretty phenomenal. I mean, even in that opening scene, him getting out of the tentacles. No, in the forest.
The forest.
And he's ended up having to run up one, and then
really good,
really gutsy stuff. And and that's the thing. This movie is so violent, yet I don't think we see a drop of blood.
We just see Predator blood.
We see plenty of Predator blood.
But no human blood.
Pretty synthetic, because it's all synthetics.
All synthetics. No humans in this movie.
So
good.
But wonderfully done. And I don't know how long that film was, Rick. I don't know if it was an hour and a half. I don't know if it was a 2-hour film.
Because it just, from start to finish,
it went.
You went and you enjoy every moment of it.
Yeah.
So
there's not a weak link in that moment. You know how movies, though, will get to the point where they need to slow down. And this movie does that. But in those quiet moments, there's a lot going on there, I think I'm shocked the most at that character design of Dex, which bothered me in the trailer. I'm like, how am I going to watch this dude for 2 hours? Mate, after a minute, you just accept that's who he looks like.
He's young.
That's who he is. They do a phenomenal job about him expressing, and that blew me away too. It's like, they've worked it out enough with makeup and CGI where we can actually see him, the Predator, express. We can see what he's feeling.
Because they talk in this. There's a lot of talking in this.
Yes.
You hear their language, which is great, because you never get to hear it the first time we hear a Predator language. Don't get me wrong, you hear it bits and pieces in like Predator 2 and so forth,
Oh.
a full conversation. And the way they explain it with the synth and you still read the dialogue, but it's good. It's not a lot of dialogue to read when he's talking. It just flowed so well.
Yeah. The fact is, they kind of sorted that out quickly. And then we get the universal translator and stuff. Look, there's so much to really enjoy out of this, and it just feels like I can't believe in 2025 I can sit here and say the Predator franchise is now its strongest than it's ever been.
It opens doors to a lot now.
And this is what this film deserves a lot of credit. And the same with Killer and Killers, is they took the idea of the Predators and rather than just rehashing the same idea again and again, which he did in Prey, which was necessary to reinvigorate the franchise. But once that was achieved, he's taking advantage of the universe that exists.
And it's a big universe.
And it's a big universe with all these stories and all this drama. Because, like you said, at the heart of this film is a family drama.
Yep.
And a quest for revenge. And they're old. So many stories have been done about, revenge and family drama. It's an old storyline. But man, you wouldn't think when you're watching the film because it just felt so new and fresh.
And you just root for him. You really do. How good the writing was and everything. Even the actor who played Dex was phenomenal.
Yeah,
to be doing what he did in that makeup and
Elle Fanning.
Just
my favourite role of her
was great, and I just love that she was, pretty much her legs were, and they had a bit of comic side to it as well. But that will float well.
That fight scene with the legs, following the legs.
You didn't think it was going to work. Here we go.
It was unbelievably good.
It just works.
It just works, and I got to say this, Rick. This is one of these films that will exist on our streaming and our physical media for a very long time. Because this is one you've thrown all the time, right? When this film comes out either in streaming or physical media, I'm going to watch the fuck out of this so much because I think there is, as much as I thought it was a glorious experience today, I think there's a lot to uncover in subsequent viewings of this film.
I think we discussed it. You put it up as we left. We walked out. This is something that everyone can watch because
it's not R-rated.
No, it's not.
I don't know what the rating is, to be honest with you. I think it's PG-13
in America, but it's,
if I had a 10-year-old son, classic boy, he likes to rough and tumble and stuff like that, this kid will flip over this film. This will be his favourite film of all time. Because it's there. Yeah, I mean, like, fighting and that happens, but it's just a great sci-fi movie. And you know what? In a world where, science fiction could be hit and miss, and sometimes I do well in the cinemas and sometimes I don't. This is a good one.
You don't have to.
This is a great one.
You don't have to sit there and get kind of invested. Who's that? Everything just flows and comes together.
Well, their exposition in this, the way they do the exposition by using Thea and then doing that prologue with the Predators, all that is phenomenal. And you wouldn't even need to see the first film.
No, you wouldn't even have to know. If
you can come in movie, this is your first Predator movie.
Yeah, 100%.
So it's remarkably done so well. I'm actually really shocked it come out now because it feels like a summer blockbuster. But they released it in November. Maybe they wanted to give it a bit of real estate.
I
don't know. Maybe, they weren't sure. But holy moly, if you don't know what to go and see at the movies for the next month, go see this. This is great. And it's... Well, though we have another, I haven't seen it yet, but it seemed weird this year. We've got another kind of big film next week with
The Running Man.
With The Running Man coming out. So November at the moment seems to be the big month. But this is just
it works.
Funny too. It's funny at times.
Yeah.
And not trying to joke or slapstick. It's just circumstantial, just subtle.
It just comes in and it just works. Even he,
even the banter between him and Thea.
Just through that banter.
There's some good stuff there. There's some good stuff. This is a terrific film. This is terrific. This is not me high off the experience of walking out of the cinema. This is me just being You can feel it, Rick. Because many of the movies we have seen over the decades that we've been going to movies together and beyond, you can feel it when you walk out of a movie and go, "Oh shit, that was one. It's going to stay in the memory for many, many years."
Oh,
It's going to
100%.
be. And this is fantastic.
And that ending was so cool. Like, it opens doors to what's
Yeah.
Well, it's
Again, and what is at the core? It's a family drama.
thing. Again,
It's a family drama.
Obviously, it spoils it.
I would do spoil it because
he kills his dad. It's a revenge at the end because his dad kills his brother.
Yeah.
And then he comes back, kills his father. And then at the end, it's giant ship comes down and everyone's like, and then they're all saying, "Oh, are they friends of yours?" And he said, "No, it's mother." So obviously, mother could be a lot bigger than father.
You name to me the last time we've actually even delved into the concept of female predators. Have we ever done it?
I don't think we've.
So I'm pleading, and I
hope they do,
that we get a direct sequel to this film, and it is having female predators.
Because you don't see female predators. I don't think you have in any of the Predator movies.
No, you don't. You're always focused on especially because now Predator and Alien do live in the same thing. We know all about the alien life cycles.
Yeah.
But we don't know nothing how that works in the world of theirs. So I think that's a setup for a great sequel. And I hope they do it. My fear was sitting in the cinema today, Rick. In our particular cinema, it was less than half full.
Yeah.
That does worry me from a box office perspective because money's king, right?
Yeah.
You want more, you want this thing to make money. So I'm hoping this is what we get as a sleeper hit. In other words, it's going to stay in cinemas for 6 weeks or whatever, but it will consistently do okay.
But again, it will hit probably better on streaming.
Yeah.
Where they're going to make their money because people will realise, shit, this is...
Yeah, well, this is definitely a film I'd buy, whether that was streaming or physical. I would buy it.
Yeah.
Because I think it deserves it, and I think it's I mean, I'm just so thrilled to think in 2025, not only is Predator at its strongest point, but we have Aliens at its strongest point with Alien Earth TV show this year, and then we had late last year was Alien Romulus, which was
great,
as well. It's just so great because in 2007, if you'd said, "Oh, what's the future of Aliens and Predators after Alien versus Predator 2 Requiem?" where they fought in the suburbs?
Yeah, see,
you would think that was it for Aliens and Predator, but no, it's taken a while. But they are in a strong case. They made a wonderful film. Dan Trachtenberg, I don't know what this dude wants to do next. I hope it's in the Predator franchise. But if he's not doing a Predator film, keep an eye out for that man because the next film he make will be a big film. It'll either be for a DC, a Marvel, a Lucasfilm. It'll be. But I hope he tells them all to piss off and goes, "No, man, I've got lots of stories to tell here in the Predator."
How big is that universe? He can make that universe so big.
Well, look what
There's so much they can explain.
No, to him, it's such a great place for smart creators because the director of Alien Romulus did a wonderful job and expanded the lore a bit more. And then Noah Hawley, who made Alien Earth this year, the expansion of that mythology was brilliant.
Yep.
And then you have the expanse of this mythology, which is brilliant, which doesn't counteract or interfere with the other. It all works together.
So it's just... You think we don't know how many tribes there are or clans of predators. We don't know anything. We just see
they're a highly technological society, right? They have technology. They're not just beasts. They're technologically superior people. I want to see how that works.
I would just get a young kid.
No, but
I know.
But it's like the old Klingon thing with Star Trek. So these warrior beasts and all that. Where are the nerds making all their cool weapons?
Correct.
Like,
there's not much you can think about, and there's just shit. How did that happen? What do the female predators look like?
And even in this movie, it reinforces that even Weyland-Yutani doesn't have that level of tech.
No,
because the evil synthetic takes the shoulder missile thing.
Yeah,
because she knows she gets excited because the only way she can battle him is by using Predator's weapons against them, because she has those frozen grenades and that fucking side thing.
Yeah.
Which shoots missiles, the 3-pronged laser pointer thing. So it's I kind of want to dig into that as well.
I like the fact that he just didn't use his traditional weapons.
No.
Which is great. I just
he kind of did, but
he did, but then it just kind of
found natural, organic versions of it. Whether it was his armor or that crap little worm
that was still part like his gum.
Yeah,
like
he was his gum. Yeah,
it was so good. Like there was so much.
There's so much going on in that film.
So it's fun.
Beautifully directed. The visual effects are pretty great. I think a couple of bits probably
just kind of
more around the monkey, I would say, with the issues I had, maybe around the eyes. Doing giant eyes on a monkey in CG is always going to be a challenge. But besides that, those tiny little nitpicks, this thing is just great. Oh, and huge shout out to the guy, I don't know who the composer of the soundtrack, but I love the theme, dude. Yeah. I love the music in this. It really enhanced some of the moments. So wonderful. I'm going to rate this because I want to rate this because I think this is a 9.
Yeah.
Out of 10, I would say this is a 9. 100%. That's how much I love this film.
100%.
Now, that may change out of subsequent viewings, but right now, coming out of it, I was thoroughly entertained. I was riveted the whole time. I was willing to wet myself in the cinema, just not to go to the toilet. And then I had to rush up and I had to go out and rush back in. Like, this movie is the reason why I love going to the movies.
I loved it you saying that when you got up. I remember you coming back and you spoke to
did I miss anything?
I miss anything. It's like, oh, great. It was like, it's like, because you didn't want to miss every little bit.
Well, that's another compliment to the film. Nothing is predictable. No. You don't know what was going to happen. Normally in films, I go, okay, they're coming up to a slow bit. I can go, it's all good. But I didn't in this. But it's a 9 out of 10. This is the reason I love going to the movies.
Yeah.
You're giving it a 9 out of 10.
Look, giving it a 9. Look, 100%. Like we're talking about, this is definitely in the top 3 Predator movies in that
without question.
Without a question.
Without question. It is in the top 3. I think there's Predator, there's Prey, there's this
100%,
movie.
100%. Yeah.
And that's, wow.
But you know, how often, like Jace just said, how often do you actually go in and really enjoy a movie and walk out? Man, you know, I just love that. We were, there was no nitpicking, there was no nothing. It's just an enjoiable movie.
It's what it was about. To exceed my expectations at my age and seeing many films in the film.
It's not, there's no superhero movies, there's none of that. This is just something different with the Predator franchise, and it worked and it was fun. So
that's the thing. I mean, like, we've seen thousands of films, and I go in and go, okay, I'm kind of expecting this. But I walk out of this film going, you exceed the expectations so much more. There was so much happening in this film I didn't know was going to happen, which was great. So shout out to the marketing team as well for keeping their mouth shut where it mattered.
Yeah.
Because we got a better experience at the cinema because you didn't spill your entire guts for a 2-minute trailer.
Even in the trailer, that's right, the trailer was different from what you saw in the movie.
Yeah, it wasn't dishonest.
No.
But it just left out some very vital information, which was great.
Which was amazing.
So yeah, guys. That was amazing, guys. I highly recommend you go see it. If you've watched this and you didn't care about spoilers, but you just wanted to know, hopefully we've sold it enough. Go see it. And those who've already seen it, come back to watch the spoiler review. How fucking good was it, right, people? It was amazing. Rick, can you tell everyone out there how they can connect with us?
Guys, all you need to do is drop us a comment down below. Let us know your thoughts. If you've seen the movie, we'd love to hear what your thoughts about it. Obviously, follow our all our social media sites, everything. All the links are down below, guys. Really appreciate it.
We'll see you next time on one of our reviews.
See ya.
Thanks for watching the Pop Culture Spread YouTube channel. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell. Also, don't forget to follow us on all our social media platforms. And if you're looking for some quality wear, don't forget to check out our merchandise store available right now.